Let's make a quick video. I've been eating well as of late. We've been eating good. So this is like all the books that I read on tour, chapter 2, and then a couple books that I read the week and trip after that. So this is The Cat Who Walks Through Walls by Robert A. Heinlein. This is like a late book of his, and like the first half is great and the second half is infuriating, is like the consensus, and is also your experience of reading it if you're not a fan. The King, a beautiful book loaned to me by my painter friend. Read a little more of I Am a Cat 3. I only have volume 3, but luckily it contains a lot, so I was able to fill up like another page of my thing. Yeah, my little bookmark book, I was able to get another page of extracts written in here, which is very good. Oh, and now I've lost my page. I guess I'll just throw it back in that section where they're talking about going to a red light district. And then at home, I read, I didn't read two after that before Bachan, I don't think. Then I received this in the mail, a discarded copy from Allen County Public Library. It had, one of its little things had popped out, so I got it. And this was an incredible reading experience. And Kyo is a great character, and the relationship with Kyo is the novel's heart. And many of you have probably read Bachan already. Two after that by Renee Gladman I read, and I thought this was just a really funny book and one that I really relate to. The Han Jin Murders I read on the plane to the next trip I went to, which is a wedding, and I read it on the flight, and this is a perfect murder mystery. It is actually perfect, so maybe more on that later. But I devoured it on the plane, and it had the right amount of coziness and grotesqueness and everything. I loved the fiction of the three-fingered man. And then on that wedding trip, I started America, and then finished it a couple of days ago, and this is a new favorite book of mine. And I've seen online that some people don't read this. Some people read The Trial and The Castle instead of this, and it kind of confuses me, although I think I am forgetting how funny The Trial is. And I've also never read The Castle, but I've just assumed The Castle is kind of insufferable. I also heard from a friend on tour who really likes Kafka that like The Castle can get a little bit like, okay, I get the joke now, whereas America, you got constant jokes, different types, different scenes. It's all perfectly memorable. Every one of its chapters is like a perfectly memorable, excellent Kafka story. It also kind of feels like transcendent of Kafka because there's this like natural quality and like this organic feel to the humor that like I know as other things have, but it's just really shining here. And so maybe more on that later. I love this book. I love this book. I love this book. It kind of got all screwed up on the trip. Like I had to tape it and glue it back. Like taped over the parts that were tearing and glued the spine back on. So I actually ordered off eBay like a replacement for this so that I can have one in the offing. And then currently I'm in reserve. And then currently I'm reading Kusamakura by Soseki, my fave author lately, as you can tell. So yeah, just a quick video of what I'm reading right now. And yeah, happy reading. Another thing I'll say about Kusamakura is that it's I got it from Barnes & Noble. Like I usually get everything half price, but Barnes & Noble had a really good Soseki selection. It had like the new translation of volume 1 of I Am a Cat, and it had like Sanshiro and this, and it had Kokoro and like a couple different editions, and it had I Am a Cat. I have noticed that I Am a Cat is everywhere, and I looked it up on YouTube, and I think it's because PewDiePie or something, or like people like him reviewed I Am a Cat and drummed up a lot of interest in I Am a Cat, which I think is really righteous, and I hope it sets the whole human existence off in search of what's in Soseki novels. So far, this is like already a favorite. Maybe while we're here, I might as well show you like the next Soseki too. I lucked out and found this on eBay, this really nice Tuttle copy of Grass on the Wayside, translated by Edwin McClellan, who also translated my dear Kokoro copy that I love. So that's super exciting. And then Oh yeah, another fun thing I did with Soseki was to print out 10 Nights Dreams. Like I had a PDF from college when I studied, I had a class on like Japanese ghost literature and like yokai in college. Anyway, I'll stop talking soon, but I just wanted to say like another reason why I was The Cat Who Walks Through Walls I got because of the title, and also because it's like uniform with this book by Heinlein, which I really liked. I think these are funny because it's kind of cool, kind of a cool pair because this one's so early and this one's so late. This one gets worse as it goes along. This one kind of gets better, I think. I mean, the conclusion to The Unpleasant Profession, I mean, I'd be interested to hear your take on it. It wasn't my favorite, but I was amused by it. But this one, you can see I've hearted Our Fair City. Well, the way I've marked this up doesn't make it seem like it gets better as it goes along, does it? Anyway, so that's, so it was the title and then also the fact that it's like uniform here. I wasn't really thinking of the fact that this is much later and this is much earlier, but I do like that they are like that when you put them side by side. I enjoyed both. Talking about the disappointment of reading this and the pleasure of reading this is like, I think, beyond my capacity. It would also maybe take a long time. And I'm not sure anyone wants to hear it. Like, who's going to read that book, you know? There's other stuff to read. But anyway, quick video about what I've been reading lately.